Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Coffee and a Card. So I am, let's see here, hold on. There we go. All right, so good afternoon, welcome to Coffee and a Card. I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and looking forward to hanging out with you for a little bit today. So we'll get everything up and running here while you guys are coming in. I always like to try to get the comments up and running and make sure everything is working so that way you don't miss anything important that I'm saying here at the beginning of the video. Of course, it can always be viewed on replay, but this makes it easier. So, welcome. Hi, Holly. Hi, Patricia. Welcome, everybody who's coming in. All right, there we go. So, it is Tuesday. So, here we are. I've got some happy mail to show you. I've got a couple of fun announcements to say first, and then we'll do happy mail, and actually I'll do happy mail first, and then I'll do the announcements, and then we'll jump into making a project together. So hi Tina, from Granite Falls, North Carolina. That's fun. Welcome everybody. Hi Darla. So happy that y'all are here today with me. So we'll get started with some happy mail, and that's what I call it when you guys send me cards, because I think it's fun to send and receive cards, and I love showing off your creativity and what you've been working on. So let's do that. Okay, so we'll start with one here from Candy Suriano. And she has sent a coordinating envelope here. And then here is her card. So she kind of made her own designer series paper there in the back. Oh, I have it upside down. Hold on. Wait, it goes this way. There we go. I was trying to open it and I realized I had the card upside down. So here's the front, and then with the little leaf there on the inside. So that's really cute, and with it being blank, you can use it for any occasion. Okay, next we have one from Becky Nichols from Washington, and it says, thinking of you, and she's featuring the pecan, let's see, I have to look at this closer. Pecan pie is the background color. So, nope, I'm wrong, it's copper clay. This is copper clay. Sometimes I look at the two of them and I'm like, wait, which one's which? But this one's copper clay. So one of the new in colors there, and she stamped all those leaves in the background. So little designer series paper. Okay, next we have one from Patricia Stewart from Illinois. And it says, thank you for your kindness. This is a fun way to layer your designer series paper. I like that. That's really cool. And those brushed brass butterflies, very fun. All right, we've got one from Bonnie Smith from here in Iowa. Oh, and this is from a previous paper pumpkin kit, I believe is what it was. It says, oh, the summer nights are all right with everything magic and bright, with her message there on the inside. All right, last but not least, we've got one from Teresa Courtney, also here in Iowa. And it said, oh wait, there's stuff falling out of the inside. Just a second. Okay, set that aside. So this one says, get well soon. And look at that, there's even a Kleenex. How cute is that? Look at that pocket. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. With her note on her post-it. But that is so cute. And to use actual Kleenex, oh my gosh, that's adorable. So thank you, Teresa, and thank you everyone for sending your cards. It's fun to show off your handiwork, what you've been working on. So okay, and I see, well, she sent that card, and I see somebody asked how I'm feeling today. I have a phrase that I like to say jokingly, but it's suck it up, buttercup. That's what I'm currently trying to do. So I'm tired of sitting at home and feeling bad, so I thought, well, why not go to the studio and feel bad? What's the difference, right? So here we are trying to catch up and get your stuff out to you. And saying that, I'm working on Card Club. And so today I'm going to make a card using the featured bundle from our July Card Club. And yeah, and then I'm going to ship your kits tomorrow, so that's going to be super fun. So the July Card Club features Zany Zoo, and even if you don't have the stamp and dies, you can actually fussy cut the designer series paper that's coming in your kit. So you'll have some really cute cards to finish for that. So you can still sign up to get that. I think I have 2 kits left. They're almost sold out, so I think I just have 2 left. And then tomorrow is a stamp sale. So all of the stamps in the annual catalog, except host sets, that's the only exception in the catalog, but everything in the annual catalog will be, or every stamp set in the annual catalog will be 15% off tomorrow. Tomorrow only, so just keep that in mind if you've got a wish list of stamps that you're looking for. Those annual catalog ones will be on sale tomorrow. And you can save even more if you add those sale items to your starter kit when you join my team. So it's a huge savings if you decide you want to get that as well. So all of that's happening tomorrow. It's very exciting. So for now, we are going to, excuse me, I gotta take a drink. Okay, I have a tickle in my throat. Oh, I apologize. Okay, Zany Zoo is the bundle that we are featuring. And these are the adorable critters that are in this one. And what's really fun about this is that all of these guys have a die that you can cut them out with. So if you choose to stamp in color, then you can cut them out with the coordinating die. You can also use these dies to cut out the designer series paper. So that's super fun. And that paper, let me show that to you before we jump into the card. So we've got some 12 by 12, but I'll just grab out some of my 6 by 6 samples. So if you're struggling to figure out how to color these guys, take a look at the designer series paper. And it'll give you some color combination ideas where you can leave parts of them black and white and just highlight, you know, pops of color, like with the raccoon and the colorful balloons. So we've got this design here, and the backs are all black and white. Look at that. Is that crocheting? I think it has 2 needles. I don't think it's knitting. I think it's crocheting. So you got a crocheting llama, a reading bear, so many fun different critters that you've got. And again, this is a great way to get inspiration on your colors as well. So here's the dancing ones. Let's see, I think that's all the same. We got that on the back. I think this one's the same. Here we've got some camping outdoor themes. We even have a cute little skunk with a bird on his head. So really cute, some options. And then you'll see the musical one that we're going to use today. So let's jump into our project. So I'll move these. So we're going to make this. We're going to use a few different dies for this card so that we can make our singing turtle. So we're going to be using basic black, lemon lime twist, and the designer series paper. And then of course I'll have some basic white as well. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Okay. There we go. I think that'll center me a little bit better. Okay. So this is our color combination here, and we're going to be using the singing turtle that's right here. In fact, I'm not even going to stamp the turtle. I'm just going to use this exact piece right here for my card. So we'll start with our piece of basic black, and that measures in at 5.5 by 8.5. And we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then we'll go over here to 2 1/8, and we'll score it again. So 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. And then I am going to cut a piece of lemon lime twist here, and I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off of this strip here. So 3/4 of an inch by 4 5/8. So 4 5/8. There we go. Okay. So we're going to stick with that here, and then you know what, as long as I'm here, I'm just going to cut off a strip here because I'll need it for my die cutting. Okay. So what we'll do is we will take our mini machine and we're going to go ahead and do some die cutting. So grab our plates, and what we're going to do is we are going to create a scalloped edge for this strip that we just cut. So we're going to take that and we'll grab our dies here, and there's this die here that actually is for, it helps you create curtains. So you can see, like curtains for a stage is what I mean. So you see here you've got your side curtain. Oh, let me turn it this way. You've got your side curtain, and you can stamp or die cut 2 of these for your stage, and then this would be your middle scallop in between to create your stage. Because, you know, you've got some of these animals, these critters who are singing and, like, you know, performing, so you can create a stage for them. But we're going to use this scalloped one for a different use. And then I'm also going to be using this tag, so I'll go ahead and take it out as well. We've got this nice flag tag here. So we are just going to scallop this piece of paper right here. So I'm going to stick this here, ensuring that my scallops are going to be relatively straight and fully on the paper. There we go. Now you could washi, post-it, whatever, hold this down, but I'm just going to take a chance here. We're going to crank this guy through. So you'll see here we have, oh, there's my die. And you'll see here we have scalloped this piece of paper, okay? So I'll set that aside for a second, and we'll grab our other piece of lemon lime twist, and I'm going to pop that through with this flag die. Oh. There we go. Alright, let me just close this up so I can set it aside. And then we've got our, we have our flag piece. So we've got our scallop and we have our flag piece. Now, in the interest of caution, oops, in the interest of caution, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly set these on my die sheet, because my desk is an absolute disaster, which is very typical for me. You would probably think something was wrong with me if you came in my studio and found a clean desk. It's not something that happens very often. Typically only when I'm leaving for vacation. I like to leave my desk clean before I go on vacation. But the rest of the time it's generally a disaster, and I'm working in like, I don't know, there's probably 2 feet of clear space here for to craft in. So I'm sure none of you can relate, right? Okay, so let's take this, let's do our stamping now. So we'll set aside the scallop and we'll just keep these 2 pieces. And we will use Memento Black. And we'll do Happy Birthday to You. And we're not doing that quite at the top. I would say relatively centered, maybe slightly down a little bit, because we're going to add the ribbon to it in a little bit. And then I'll take my musical notes and I'm just going to add those on 2 corners here for the insert of my card. So close that up. So we've got those. Let's see here. Let's take our card base and we will see, trying to see my score lines. Here we go. We're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold it back on ourselves. We're making a Z fold here. There we go. Okay, so first things first, I'll go ahead and stick the insert inside. And then we'll work on building the front of our card. So this, oh, you know what, I don't think I said, this insert is 4 by 5 1/4. I know that if you've been around here for a while, you know I typically use 3 3/4 by 5 on the insides of my cards. But for this one, I like the look of the larger mat size, so I did 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and you'll have one of the musical notes peeking out here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take a piece of basic white, which I have cut to 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. And I actually embossed this ahead of time because I didn't have my bigger machine sitting here. So this was embossed before this video, but it's embossed with the Merry Melody embossing folder because that's going to tie in really well with, you got musical notes, we've got our singing turtle, so the music embossing folder works really well. Now, technically this is a Christmas song, but you're only seeing notes, so it doesn't really, you know, affect the card a whole lot. So what we're going to do is we are going to attach our scallop here, okay? So I'm going to put some tape here, and I'm just going to grab my scallop here, and I'm going to center this up and down. There we go. And just have that scallop sticking out, because we're ultimately heading towards this right here. Okay. All right. So then I can go ahead and tape down the entire thing. Okay. Whenever I'm dealing with 3D embossing folders, I do use a little extra tape on them because I want this piece to lay nice and flat and not have puckers or anything like that from that 3D embossing. So that's why I put some extra tape there on the back. Okay. And then we are going to grab, actually, you know what, before I do those other two, we'll take this one and we'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back, and we'll add this right up here. There we go. And we're going to use the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack here, which comes with 2 ribbons. You've got this petal pink and white ribbon here that has stripes on it. And then we have the Lemon Lime Twist ribbon, which you're actually getting a roll of this in the card club, which has some white kind of stitching on it. And I'm just going to tie a bow. Lemon Lime Twist is such a great coordinating color with this suite of products, so it's really fun to use the bright color. Alright, I'm just tying a bow here. Then I'll trim my ends and cut it off the spool. Oh. Okay. And I'll take a glue dot. And we'll just add a glue dot here behind the knot. And make sure that glue dot is totally hidden. There we go. So I can stick that up here in the corner of my card. Okay. All right, and then we need to take our paper and we need our scrap. Actually, I wonder if this scrap might be big enough. We'll try it. And I'm going to grab 2 punches. I'm going to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Let's see if this strip, oh, the strip is just wide enough. Perfect. So we'll do a 2 3/8 inch circle. And then we'll also do a slightly smaller circle. This is the 2-inch punch, which I believe is still in the online exclusives. So you can check that out there. And I'm just going to center my turtle here. Okay, I've got it tilted a little towards myself because I'm trying to make sure he's centered. But I want my turtle centered here in the 2-inch punch, just like so. And we'll pop that out. Okay. All right, then I'm going to start with this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it right where I want it to be, and I'm going to use my fingers underneath, okay? I'm going to hold my fingers here. Actually, you know what? This will be easier. This is where I want it. Let me show you an easier trick. This is exactly where I want it to be. So I only want tape on this part of my circle. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put tape right here on that part of my circle. And then I'm going to directly flip it over and tape it down, which ensures that I don't have any tape over here where I don't want it to be. Okay? And then we'll take our turtle and we'll add some dimensionals here. You know what? We're gonna go overboard on dimensionals today. Why not? Dimensionalizing is one of my favorite things to do when I'm crafting. So you don't need lots of dimensionals, but I just love using them. So I use a lot of them. There we go. All right, and there you go. We've got our happy birthday to you turtle card. Isn't that so cute? Mixing it with the musical notes on the inside and that Merry Melody embossing folder. That's a carryover from the Christmas catalog last year. And yeah, but making a bright, fun birthday card. So I think it's fun to use. Let's see here. I think that's everything I've got for today. So thank you so much for tuning in today for Coffee and a Card. I love it when you're here live or watching on the replay later. So I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. See you soon.